The lunch rush had just ended at Harbor Diner, one of those small-town places with sticky tables, checkered floors, and regulars who tipped in crumpled bills and stories. Emily Carter, a 26-year-old waitress with chestnut hair tied in a loose ponytail, wiped down the counter while humming under her breath. The bell above the door jingled, and in walked a man who didn't look like he belonged there. He wore a charcoal suit that probably cost more than Emily's rent. His shoes gleamed, his silver watch caught the light, and his calm confidence made the whole diner pause for a second. Emily noticed how people whispered as he sat down at the far booth, placing his phone and wallet neatly on the table. She approached with her usual smile. "Good afternoon. What can I get you?" The man looked up, kind eyes behind tired lines. "Just a coffee, black." Something about him seemed familiar. Emily couldn't place it, but she had the strange feeling she'd seen him before. Maybe in the news, maybe in another life. He sipped his coffee quietly, staring out the window as rain began to drizzle against the glass. When he left 20 minutes later, he dropped a generous tip. "And something else, sir," Emily called, but the door had already swung shut. She bent down and saw it, a sleek black leather wallet resting on the floor by the booth. When she picked it up, her fingers froze. Embossed initials, AW. She hesitated, glancing toward the window. He was already getting into a black car, the kind you only saw in movies. Emily bit her lip, then quickly flipped the wallet open. Just to find a business card, she told herself. But what she saw made her heart pound. Inside the wallet, behind a platinum credit card and crisp $100 bills, was a worn-out photo. And it wasn't just any photo. It was her mother. Same smile, same soft curls, same birthmark under her left eye. But the photo was old, from years before Emily was even born. Her breath caught. "Mom," she whispered. Her knees felt weak. She turned the photo over. Written in faded ink were the words, "Always yours, Clara." She stared at it, confused, trembling. Why would a billionaire, someone who clearly lived in another world, carry a picture of her mother? A gentle voice inside her whispered that maybe this was something she was meant to find. Maybe fate had just walked into her diner. She stepped outside, rain soaking through her shoes, looking down the street for his car. But it was gone. That night, she couldn't sleep. She sat at her kitchen table, her mother's face staring back from the photo, the wallet resting beside her. "Mom," she whispered. "Who is he?" Her mother had passed away 2 years ago. No answers left, just silence and memories. The next morning, Emily decided to return the wallet in person. She called the number on the business card inside. "Andrew Whitmore, Whitmore Enterprises." Her voice shook. "Hi, I'm calling because I think I found Mr. Whitmore's wallet." The assistant on the other end sounded polite but curt. "You can drop it off at the corporate office." Emily hesitated. "Actually, I'd rather return it to him directly. It's personal." The next day, she walked through the glass doors of Whitmore Tower, clutching the wallet tightly. The lobby gleamed with marble floors and towering gold fixtures. She felt small, out of place, but determined. When Andrew Whitmore stepped out of the elevator, he looked surprised to see her. "Miss, you're the waitress from yesterday." "Yes," she said, heart pounding. "You left this." She handed him the wallet. He smiled faintly. "Thank you. That was very honest of you." Emily hesitated. "I looked inside. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry, but I saw a picture of my mother." The man's expression froze. His hand trembled slightly as he took the wallet. "Your mother?" "Clara Carter," she said softly. "She passed away 2 years ago." He took a step back, eyes filling with something between disbelief and sorrow. "Clara Carter?" he whispered. "She told me she was getting married, that she wanted a quiet life. I never heard from her again." Emily's breath caught. "You knew her?" He nodded slowly. "I loved her." A long time ago, there was silence, heavy, sacred. Then his gaze softened as he looked at Emily. "You have her eyes." For a moment, Emily couldn't speak. The world seemed to tilt. Everything she thought she knew about her life began to shift. He stepped closer, voice trembling. "I need to ask something." Clara never told me she had a daughter. How old are you? 26. His face paled. Then she never told me. She never told me I... He stopped, choking on the words. Emily, I think I might be your father. Her hands covered her mouth as tears welled up. No, that can't be... But deep down, something inside her knew. The look in his eyes, that quiet sadness, the familiar kindness. It all made sense. Mr. Whitmore, she whispered, trembling. This can't be true. He shook his head gently. Maybe it is. Maybe fate wanted you to find me. And right there, in that quiet corporate lobby, Emily felt something she hadn't in years, a spark of hope, a whisper of family. She took a shaky breath, trying to smile through the tears. You know, I tell people every day at the diner that kindness comes back in ways we can't imagine. If you believe in moments like this, you'll never lose faith. She glanced up at him, eyes shimmering. So if you're hearing this, maybe take a second to share a little kindness. Like, share, and subscribe, not just here, but in life. You never know whose story you might change. Andrew smiled faintly, the kind of smile that held both pain and peace. He said quietly, Clara always believed the world connects people in the strangest ways. Maybe she was right. Emily nodded, her voice barely a whisper. I think she still is. In the months that followed, Emily's life changed in quiet, beautiful ways. Andrew didn't just give her answers, he gave her roots. He started visiting the diner every weekend, ordering coffee the same way he did the day they met. And sometimes, when the light hit just right, Emily swore she could almost see her mother smiling from the picture that started it all, because sometimes love doesn't end, it just waits to be found again.